In my Dan Janik Report series, he is the 32-year-old MIT grad who, along with his college buddy, is building a state-of-the-art company in Rhode Island. He wanted to be Tom Cruise from Top Gun, but he may be more like the modern-day Luke Skywalker. Already billions in pre-orders for his REGENT Seaglider. It floats, it flies, and it's turning heads around the globe. This is cool. Like, this is a cool concept. This is really cool.
Yeah. This is the Viceroy Seaglider prototype.
And it's still being built, but you have some big plans.
Huge plans. Originally from Natick, Mass.
Billy Tallaheimer,
huge Star Wars fan,
may well be the modern-day Luke Skywalker. And then this brings us into the cockpit.
Into the cockpit here.
Wow. If his childhood Halloween costume didn't already give that away.
It is truly as simple as left, right, fast, slow. Exactly what you're doing there.
And this is his X-Wing fighter. A 12-person transport Seaglider that floats, foils, and flies up to 30 feet above the ocean.
Hydrofoiling is leveraging hydrofoil technology from the America's Cup or the Sail GP series. So they're basically underwater wings. They lift the Seaglider out of the water.
At 32 years old, he's the co-founder and co-CEO of REGENT, a coastal travel company in Rhode Island with the main office with 100 employees in South Kingstown.
1, 2, 3, throw!
And where they just broke ground on a manufacturing plant that will employ 300 in Quonset and operational in 2026. And this test center on the water at Quonset, where the prototype just launched in Narragansett Bay.
Humanity was really constructed from the earliest days around the coast because that's how you got around. So we see it as sort of a return to that now that the roadways are congested and the airports are congested.
A high school sailor in Natick, where he grew up dreaming of a galaxy far, far away, meeting his best friend and now REGENT co-founder Mike Klinker at MIT.
Wanted to be an astronaut, wanted to explore, wanted to sort of go to the stars, go to Mars.
His flight pattern would change, though, from space to skies.
Well, I've seen Top Gun. That looks awesome. So,
I'm better looking than Tom Cruise,
right?
Caps in the air with his master's from MIT and on the cusp of his dreams of flying a fighter jet.
And I got Lyme disease, and it crushed me.
He was grounded.
So mine was very sort of mental, so just unbelievable brain fog and fatigue.
Forced to move home to his parents' basement.
There were days where I couldn't talk, like I could not find the words and form sentences.
Do you think that experience has made you more empathetic?
I think it's made me more empathetic, certainly. I also think it thickens your skin, when you have to go through hard stuff.
A year and a half later, feeling better, moving into an apartment with a friend of a friend who would become his girlfriend and eventually his wife, and most likely his savior.
Sort of brought my life back and has supported me throughout this crazy career.
That's when his worlds of sailing and space would collide, and the result was REGENT.
It manufactures all-electric passenger vehicles that glide above the ocean. Billy's here with us tonight.
Recognized by Governor McKee at the State of the State, and recognizable names investing, Mark Cuban, one of them.
You have secured $9 billion with a B, of orders for these, and the prototype isn't even 100% finished.
Yeah, absolutely. 9 billion is the right number. That 9 billion, I think, is actually relatively small in terms of the opportunity we have ahead of us.
And all electric.
So basically, call it about 7 Teslas worth of batteries on board. We can go 180 miles at 180 miles an hour.
So you're basically just driving a car.
Wow. Their simulator puts you in the front seat of the controls. Control is one of Billy's challenges.
What is one thing about yourself you'd love to change?
One thing that I want to change. I wish I could sleep less, to be honest.
Okay, nobody says that. Nobody says that.
I think Mark Cuban actually said this once. It's like time is the limited resource. One of sort of the pieces of advice and guidance that my wife has given me is, this is a very long play, and this will never get easier.
Favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time? Empire Strikes Back.
With his own lightsaber, his inner Luke emerges at a recent company Halloween party. Costume or not, it's clear. The Force is with him. and about to take flight.
If we changed the world and I was just a moderately successful professional engineer, like that would be amazing. And very few people get that opportunity to sort of leave my mark on the planet.
Bill says that $9 billion in pre-orders may be a low number for what could come, and that would mean hundreds more jobs locally. He'd love to own one himself. So how much are they, I asked. They would only tell me it's comparable to the boats of its size. But there's nothing like this to compare it to. I'm Dan Janig.